to join.
Recording is in progress right now. Okay, thank you, Karen. I'm going to share the screen. Let's see here. Actually, I should check in with everyone first. Julie, how are you? Are you excited?
I am excited. I'm very hopeful to be less tired and achy soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah. Karen, I know that I guess last week we looked at those little, did I put up icons or no, I did a poll.
Yes.
Did you see the poll?
I did. I put in my things. Yeah.
What was one that really stands out for you? Is it?
Weight management.
Yeah. And
then glucose. With so much diabetes in my family, it's always a concern.
It is. It absolutely is.
And sugar is my go-to stress food often, which is not
100%.
probably the best for me, but it is what it is. Yeah.
You know what? It's my sugar form, it would be the carbs like chips. So it's interesting,
okay. Yeah,
because people are like, oh, I don't have a sweet tooth, but I like salty chips, right? So you've got these comforts that are usually in some sort of sugary form.
Yeah.
And that's
carbs do turn to sugar. Yeah.
100%. Okay.
My sister says carbs. I tend to be more just the sugars.
Yeah. And it's totally like that's, I think, what many people are feeling, especially after COVID. And we talked about that is we just spent the last 3 years emotionally soothing ourselves with processed food, and not for everyone, but definitely for me. So I was like, let's see here what I can do. And I think I had mentioned before, it really wasn't until, hello, Nana.
Here's Mom.
Hi, Mom. It really wasn't until Mom and I really started to talk about, health in the form of understanding glucose management and how it's connected to everything else. And as well as processed foods. And we really got into it. And so that was probably about a month ago. And my mind has been opened up, and I'm going to find, let me see here. I think the screen that I'm looking for, might be this one that I shared. I don't know if I'm seeing it. I wonder.
I see it.
Did something just jump? I wanted to jump to this. Okay, good. So I wanted to jump to, there it is. I just had to figure out a different way in. There. Let's see if it'll work. So this is, I think, what we were going through last week. Is this right? Okay. And I'm just actually going to jump us ahead. Let's see, to about where we left off. And I've got a little slide for us here. So one of my morning intentions, which I'm learning about, really helps sets the stage for your day, is like taking that breath in and thinking about, one intention. There could be many, but one intention that you want to focus on. And for me, it's really thinking about nourishment. So as we get into this journey of, reducing our glucose to help facilitate our well-being, we also have to think about nourishment, because that's actually a big piece of what's been missing. So this has been mine, and I'll share it with you, but it's like I nourish my body with whole foods that bring me joy and health. And I think it's really important to have joy. I know it's really important to have joy. And I sort of had a silly thought. My silly thought is, find some foods, some whole foods, and I'm going to suggest vegetables. And as Mom knows, it's green beans for me, but have some some foods that make you smile or that bring you joy, and start bringing that into your life. And please let them be vegetables. Right? Like find those vegetables and be like, you're my vegetable. I know it sounds silly, but it is actually something that happens when we do that. There's almost like this other place that we go to where our subconscious mind keeps us focused, if that makes sense. So when we do that, our subconscious mind kicks in, and when we're going to go look for food, we'll start looking to our foods that bring us joy and health. Green beans for me at the moment. So what I've really learned about is learning how to prime our gut. And we're going to be using the metaPWR system to help with this. So priming our gut is a way that slows down these fast moving carbs, and that could be sugar, and gets them into slow moving carbs so they don't get stored into our body as fat. So that we end up not having, these glucose spikes leading to this, insulin issues, imbalances, and hormone imbalances. And what we're going to start to do is flip a hormonal switch in our body. And that's going to reduce these glucose fluctuations and these carb cravings and sugar cravings. And it's fascinating because it works. It's biochemistry. But see, like understanding biochemistry and eating biochemistry are like two different things. So we have to figure out, okay, how do we eat? So one, we're going to learn how to prime our gut. metaPWR Assist, and I don't have it up, it just says metaPWR, but metaPWR Assist is a gut primer. So what happens is when we have water and metaPWR Assist before we eat, it helps to prime our gut for when those fast carbs get in there. It helps to slow them down. Or even like some of the other carbs that get in there, it'll slow it down so it will not like go straight into glucose spiking. The other things that are really important to do, and I would like to offer for everyone to start thinking about eating this way, even like before you get the metaPWR product, is that eat green, veggie, fibrous foods first. So, and I've got some examples. So when you get up in the morning and you would like to have breakfast, start with a glass of water, then find something green and fibrous to eat, which is really not how I ate for so many years. It was like a spoonful of sugar helps my Cheerios go down. I was so used to eating that way, and that would lead to glucose spikes. So find a green veggie fiber, which seems strange, but I've been using green beans. For some people, that's avocado. That's a very easy one to go to, is eating half an avocado. Then go to a clean protein, and we'll be sharing with each other, what could these clean proteins be? For me, they're eggs. Not everyone can have eggs, I know that. But eggs have been my go-to clean protein, and we'll find some others. Some people use chia and use that as their clean protein and can make a chia style pudding. Those also have good fats in them as well. And then at the very end, you add your carbs. Now, I did put dessert right away. Like that would be like if there's a cinnamon bun and you feel like you need to have that cinnamon bun and it's there, that's when you eat it at the very end. So it's an order that helps our body regulate glucose absorption, spikes and valleys. It's phenomenal. The biochemistry behind it works. And so many people are seeing the reduction in cravings and also body releasing fat. So here's my little, and I'll send these to you, but this is your switching your breakfast, you're breaking your fast. And I made like the veggies at the top. So whatever you can do to really help yourself, it's going to maybe be, again, counter to what you're used to for breakfast, but make it savory. Prime your gut with veggies and proteins, and save the sweets, really the sweet carbs, for after lunch or dinner. And that's like the first hack when it comes to nourishing our body that I really feel is important for everyone to take into consideration. The other part too, for some people that are, haven't been able to eat nutrient dense food or have that nutrient dense choice, you can always choose a foundation using supplements. And I've been using the LLV and it works, or this is the Lifelong Vitality, sorry, and it works very well for me. But what I noticed, I'm just going to go back to the other one, is when I did this with the LLV, that's when things really started to change for me when it came to my glucose spikes and valleys. So if you use different supplements, that is fine. You can, play around with that. I do highly recommend using the doTERRA ones because of how absorbable they are. But again, that's to everyone's preference.
Melissa?
Yeah.
Are you changing the slides? Or are we just looking at the metaPWR slide?
What do you see right now?
Just the metaPWR packets?
Oh, so you
Slide
don't.
38.
Step 3.
Yeah, so I don't see a switch of slides, and I think I know that you were using other slides. Yeah, sorry about that.
No,
Karen, do you see a switch of slides?
I'm just
No,
going to stop the
No.
share. I'm going to try something else here. So you've only
Yeah.
been seeing that. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for letting me know.
The sachets, that's all I can see.
Stop the share. Well, this is so good. Thank you.
Mhm.
Share screen. Okay, I'm going to click on this and share and see if that works. Do you see like a canvas?
now I see a different
No?
slide.
What do you
Okay, so this is the slide that you were referring to that Karen would.
Yeah, I'm
benefit
gonna,
to
so
see.
this is where I
Yeah.
had started. So can we see this
Okay.
right now? I'm just wondering how, I'm gonna move this out. Is that okay?
Yeah, now can we see it in like we're only seeing a small?
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm just hoping if I hit present, it will, because that could have been where you didn't see it.
Okay.
So when I change to present on this, you might not see it. Let me see here. If this, there,
Ah,
Oh, there it's
perfect.
big.
is it big?
Perfect.
I
Perfect.
good.
nourish
Yes.
my
Sorry,
body with
folks.
whole foods. that bring me
Yeah,
joy and health.
there it is. So
Yep.
starting again here. Yeah, I nourish my body with whole foods that bring me joy and health. I'll be sending these to you so you can see
Perfect.
them.
Yeah.
Now, do you see the prime your gut slide?
Yeah.
Yes.
Certainly do.
Perfect. Okay, so this is what I was referring to.
Yeah, I knew that. And I thought, oh, Karen can't see that. So I thought I better say
Yeah, so
something.
this is really important because these are the visuals that help us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the order, and I will be sending these to you because I have them in little clips and or little
Okay.
photo images. So this helps us so much when it comes to order of eating and reducing our glucose spikes. See, there's my fancy switch, the breakfast one I was telling you about. Yeah.
So good.
So the veggies first, then whatever you want to eat
Good
after
slide.
that. So dropping out of the sugar. Nutrition and digestion, this is the LLV. Again, something that I definitely use for my body to support it. They are essential vitamins and minerals, and there's an energy blend that helps with liver detox and essential fatty acids. And they do have the therapeutic grade essential oils in them as well. But this is the big one. This is the movement and metabolism. So it's really metabolism focused today. The metaPWR helps with, there's an ingredient, actually there's a couple of ingredients in it that they've found have been doing some magical things for people's bodies. So this is how, again, just reiterating how I've been using it. I've been taking the metaPWR Assist in a big glass of water 15 to 30 minutes before I've been eating. And then I've been priming with vegetables, then proteins of fats, and then finishing with the complex carbs and an optional dessert. And it's really important. Something I didn't know is to keep that dessert within your digestion time. So most of the time I'd be eating my dinner, and then somewhere around 9 o'clock, I'd be like, it's time for whatever. Could be, it's time for some chips or this or that. And it's
Snack,
really,
yeah.
Pardon?
A snack.
Yeah, it's time for a snack. And the thing is, then it's like rebooting your digestive system again. And that's where the glucose spikes are happening. That's where we're exhausting our body. And I didn't know about
Interesting.
that. Mhm.
Huh.
So also really important to talk about movement is that you can walk for 10 minutes after you eat and you can reduce your glucose spikes for like 30% just for 10 minutes after you eat. I had no idea. But I did learn also after investigating that many cultures have a cultural practice of 500 steps after they have a meal. I was like,
Huh.
oh, like that's something that they've had with their culture for a very long time. So I was like, well, that's what that is from a scientific perspective. Like that is amazing. Well, a part of it, not really. I don't want to, there's more to it, but that helps. Also, it's interesting that the staple of 30 to 60 minutes of movement activity 3 to 5 times a week is still there. But the way that we can look at it, depending on our age and our body needs, that movement can be walking, right? That's what that movement, it could be hiking, it could be swimming, it could be gardening. It's just moving. It's really important. Metabolic health. So I want to talk to you about these products specifically. So the metaPWR metabolic blend, what they have, and I don't know if you can see my little picture, but they have changed the formation of their metabolism blend, because they used to call it Slim and Sassy, into something that they have found, again, I can't remember the percentage of more effective, but how people's bodies have been responding to this blend has been outstanding as a way to help curb the cravings when you get a sugar craving. So what they do is they've got it in an oil, which you can also diffuse. Some people have been applying it topically to their body as well, and using it for dry brushing, and it's grapefruit, lemon, peppermint, ginger, and cinnamon. So those are, I know, digestive and metabolism oils. They've also got it in, you can see the beadlets there. Our family loves the beadlets because you can just pop one into your mouth and they're quite refreshing. So you can choose to use those if you're feeling snacky as you're trying to adjust your metabolism, and have that instead with some water. There's also, these are going to be great as a portable version. They're the metabolic soft gels, so you can take those internally. And I think those are the the last one, which we actually tried yesterday, is the gum, and the gum is delicious. And so you can have that gum again as one of your choices to help curb the craving. And it helps. It's interesting that it inhibits fat cell maturation. So I don't know the science behind that, and I'm still learning it, but what they've researched is they're not seeing that fat cell growth. So what I'm interested to find out is, because my body has lipomas, am I going to start to see, instead of an increase in my lipomas, am I going to start to see a decrease in my lipomas? So that's what I'm curious to find out. Let's see there. Metabolic blend really does help you to say no to unhealthy foods. It helps the NAD and NAHD levels in your body. And so these are like, I don't know what necessarily call them, more like they feed like your mitochondria. It's like an energy thing. So it's helping to boost energy in your body. This next one, so that one's good for like just helping you along the side throughout the day. But this one is key. This is the metabolic assist. So this is the one that you can take. Usually I'm only taking it 1 time a day with my breakfast or my dinner, just depending on what I'm eating, because this is your high carb like blocker basically. So this is reducing the amount of those fast carbs that are getting into your body. I think if you're going to have a big breakfast and you're going to have carbs with your breakfast, this is what you're going to do. I'm still going to recommend eating that healthy choice way, because our body's going to respond better. But if you're going to have something for breakfast that potentially could spike your glucose, so a carb or sugar, start your morning with one of these, because it's going to reduce that spike And this is the preclinical studies have been extremely effective. I don't know the percentage, but they did see it like that spike go into a, what do you call it? Like it flattens that curve. The other thing is it's very convenient because it's in a small travel size pack. This you don't take, usually don't take 3 times a day. You're not going to need it. You're just going to need it 1 or 2. And right now for me, it's just 1 because I'm really making an effort to eat healthy. Let me see if we'll go to the next one. Yeah, so this is what it's showing is, this is exactly it. Take it 15 to 30 minutes before a high carb or big meal of the day. And you're gonna see, instead of the unhealthy, like those, the unhealthy glucose spikes, you've got healthy glucose levels. So at the bottom, if you can see it, it says keeps your body out of oxidative stress. So what happens, and especially for myself, because of my celiac disease, my body goes into oxidative stress more often. And I'm getting these cortisol spikes, which also release glucose. So as I'm eating this way and using products that help reduce these spikes, I'm not going into that oxidative stress as often. And it's making a huge difference on my body. I love the fact I have watermarks, kids. Sorry. Looking at my water, it says Canva. Does this make sense to everyone? Can you, this is like, this has been the foundation of my learning, truthfully, because that oxidative stress piece is huge. It is huge because that's creating all of the health issues in our body in various, whichever's, hormones too. Oh, I like this. Your body has an amazing capacity to thrive when you give it what it needs. Now, the only thing that I didn't see on this one is the metaPWR Advantage with collagen isn't listed on here. And I'm just going to stop the share and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about this one. Look at, can you hear me? Can you see me? This is the metaPWR Advantage. And this is the new collagen with that NMN. So this is like the metabolic booster, as well as something's going on with this where, Julie, you sent me that little piece of information this morning about collagen and how many people's bodies are lacking collagen and it's really affecting our health. This stuff is incredible. So this, I am taking 1. I'm only taking 1 because I want to test the 30 days and I want to see how my body responds. So I'm only taking 1 in water after I eat in the morning. Depending on how your body responds and depending on how I think your metabolism is working, it might be best to try with a half in the morning and then half at night. Or if you want to see about taking just half at night before going to bed, many people are choosing to do that because it is very body dependent. But what people are starting to find is that their skin is changing and tightening. They're feeling more youthful with their energy. And I think for a lot of people too, they're noticing it with, this is like a huge reducer in inflammation. So it's a combination with the metaPWR products, the way of eating, and then the collagen, and it's all working together in ways that people are noticing a huge change.
And that product's available now, right? Because October the 1st, right, Melissa?
This is it. So the product's available now. So what I'm going to do, how do we feel? There's 3 big things there. And I've had to take, like I've taken quite a few classes and trying to learn as much as I can about it before trying it. But I feel that what I'm understanding and with different people is just knowing that we can customize and help to coach, when do I take it? How much do I take? And sort of that piece, that really, really big piece is how I eat, if that makes sense, and how I'm treating my body, like really like thinking it in a nourishment way. So start thinking of nourishing our bodies and then using the products to help nourish our bodies. I want to look, hold on. Bear there's one other thing. Let's see if this share screen works. I'm going to come out of that. Out, because I want to show you in our, there it is, come over here. I want to show you in where we can find it in our doTERRA. Okay, let's see. Tell me if you see my doTERRA now. Let's see. Do you see my ordering site?
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay, I finally figured out how to click these buttons. So this is our ordering, our normal ordering site. We're going to get this, and I don't know what you are going to want to order exactly, because I know that for each their own when it comes to oil products too, because there is a convention kit as well. And that has some extremely yummy products in it. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my gosh.
So what you're saying, there's a choice of what you want to pick.
I'm gonna show them to you right now. Yeah, you have a choice. So I'm gonna go into I just want you to notice, one, you have to go into the US cart.
US cart.
You're gonna go into the US cart. You can create a new LRP. And I'm just gonna be very clear with this. If you create this as your LRP this month, you can go in and delete your current LRP. So the system can recognize only one LRP. So you're going to go in there and do that after. If that's something you're like, I already have an LRP from Canada, don't worry, you don't have to run two at the same time. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So
how do you delete the LRP?
I'll show you right at the end with this, because I'm just going to fandangle.
Melissa, do you want to make that? Can you make that into a big screen or no?
No, it is a big screen right now, Mom, isn't it?
No.
For me, it is.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So I'm going to go where the toggle is, go to my US. I'm going to create new LRP.
Okay.
Now I'm just going to click on tomorrow. It actually doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm going to click on tomorrow and then save date and shop. Then what I can do is I can choose to scroll down and go to the convention products.
Okay.
The very bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And at the convention products, as my little where happens, there is the full post-convention tour kit. This is a ton of products. So this is the guaiac wood, the new eucalyptus, the sage that is gorgeous, the Spanish sage, and the super mint. That's in there, as well as the hair products and the On Guard sanitizing gel, as well as the metaPWR kit. So it's a big kit with everything. So I know the other products aren't coming out into 2023, so they have a limited amount of early release. So this is the early release that you can get. And if you're like, well, I can wait, I'm patient I'm not too worried about it, then the metaPWR itself, I'm going to go into my search bar. And I think my recent searches, metaPWR system collection. So, you'll type metaPWR in. Sorry, I just jumped there. So you're going to type metaPWR in, and then you can see right here, there's an enrollment collection, which is the same as the system. So you're just going to add the add to bag of the system. The coolest thing is that then you're going to get a massive discount. Look at the price of the different products that are health support. So the probiotic assist, if you're looking for the alpha omegas or the E omegas, Terrazyme, whatever you use, the deep blue, which I love for my sore joints as well, or the vitamins. Actually, in deep blue, I like for headaches too. I'll take a deep blue if I ever get a tension headache. I take a deep blue with a PB assist before I go to bed, and it usually relieves a lot of it rather than an Advil. Yeah, it's really interesting. So then you could add whatever you want there. you've got a limit of 3 at a discounted price, and I hit continue. I'm just throwing one on to show you. And then now I go up to my high little corner up here. Up in the corner, there's my shopping bag, which you may or may not be familiar with the location of it. And I can go and review order. And I want to show you what pops up. Julie, this is one of your favorite oils. Freebie.
I know, I saw that.
Balance pops in for free.
Ah, yes.
Which I've been diffusing at work in my little office, and people are loving it. They're like, what is that? So that's basically it. Then what you do is you're going to hit to proceed to checkout right away. Now I can't do this right now because I've already done that.
Right.
But you'll proceed to checkout. And then what you can do after is go in. I'm just going to cancel my setup right now. You can go in and you'll be able to delete the LRP. So
In the Canada side.
Yeah, you can go and delete the LRP. You can go and delete. Yeah, you'll be able to delete the Canadian LRP.
So Melissa, if we already have a automated order coming on do I have to take that all off too, I guess?
You just delete it. Yeah, you can delete it. You can add if there were certain things that you had specifically, Mom, that you wanted, you can always add them to the US order. You're not paying more because we're not paying shipping. It's the same.
Yeah, right.
It's the same price. So it's interesting because there's no price differential. A lot of people.
So you can make your whole order for okay. But then after you
we
get
can
it,
talk after, Mom, about that. And then I can, and for you, Julie and Karen too, because when you're trying to get the best deals from the system, and we're using the Canada and US.
Now, did I read somewhere that if you're ordering your LLV and your metaPWR together, that it's a discount too?
That's where those other ones are. So I don't know if they have it. So it's in the US cart right now. I would check. Maybe we could try that. I know I only have 4 or 5 minutes left.
Well,
so
Melissa,
maybe if you want to play and investigate, then you can see.
You can help me out and we can see. We'll do that.
Yeah. So if you go into the US cart and buy the LLV, maybe the metaPWR kit does come up at a discounted price. But I noticed when we bought the metaPWR, we got the 2 parts of the LLV on at a discounted price. So they are within that system. They're linked. But yeah, if you have any friends or family that are interested, do not hesitate to send them along. This is, I don't know their product supply, but I know that our intake is going to be right now for October. We're all going to get this near the same time. And then I'll be able to help coach us through the eating. I found some incredible recipes. Mom and I have done a lot of work sourcing who are some of the educational leaders in this field. And there are people who have been trying to share this knowledge for quite some time when it comes to how to eat. So
we'll share the books.
Yeah, we'll be sharing the books within our learning groups. Hopefully we'll maintain like the Saturday learning group time, if that works for everyone. And if other people need other time, we can look into that as well. Because I know Colette wanted additional time, so we'll see where it works. But
she works Saturday mornings.
She does work Saturday mornings. Yeah. But I know that there's a tracker, and I'm happy to, like, there's a doTERRA tracker, but I'm also happy to make like our tracker, a team tracker. And so we've got some personal and shared, I want to, it's like accountability, but it's almost like motivation rather than accountability. It's like you just, our community is going to motivate us to feel good and really take control of our health. And because I always feel accountability means shame to me sometimes.
That's only if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Right. I don't want to shame anyone. It's like, no, I want us to feel like we're motivated together to do this. And I think it'd be really beautiful to have these stories to share with doTERRA, to motivate others so they can be like, this is what you did. It'll be like, this is what we did together.
Yeah.
And to have that, to inspire others to make changes for their health, because we do have We do have some sickness that's coming in, and it is how we're eating and treating our bodies. And we can do that.
Mhm.
We can do it together. So
Mhm.
super excited. If you have any other questions, let me
I
know.
have a quick
Yeah.
question. When you talk clean proteins,
Mhm.
would like a Greek yogurt that's high in
Yeah.
proteins be considered clean protein?
A Greek
Okay.
yogurt is a great one to use.
That's
What-
often what I do for breakfast because, yeah.
Yeah, well, when you look at the Greek yogurt, one of the things is to watch though. I was like Greek yogurt and sugar granola. I didn't realize that my granola had that much sugar in it. So I'd have my Greek
Okay.
yogurt,
Yeah.
but the sugar granola was spiking. I was like, oh, okay. Like I thought
Yeah.
I knew, but I didn't know because the granola was yummy.
Yes, we
So-
check our granolas for, well, with my dad with his diabetes, everything
this,
has to
Karen,
be 10%
This is
or less.
being, yeah, this is being
sugars.
used for people like diabetics and also
Yeah.
type 2 diabetes, or people are using this to help curb glucose spikes. So it is safe.
Okay.
And it's safe for FODMAP, like all of that has been, it's actually encouraged by the
Oh,
naturopathic.
Interesting, okay.
Mhm.
'Cause my sister's just been
That's
diagnosed
right.
with diverticulitis.
So that system of eating, whatever your system of eating is, still knowing you should be priming your gut.
Yeah.
And then you can, work from that on. So looking at those clean proteins, and that's what we'll share. But we're going to be gone. This is going to end. So I have to say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, friends. Thank you, family.
Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday. Enjoy the
Bye.
health. I'll put these little pictures up and send them to you in Facebook so you've got them to look at and keep
Okay.
in the forefront of your mind. And thank you so much. Let me know when you order it. Let me know when it comes in, and we'll start diving in to our health, but start that eating way first.
Yes.
Okay.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.